What the fuck? Hey guys. What the fuck? So today is back on. Why is my mute back on? So why is my mute back on? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All right, so our power just came back on, um, and I'm just working on getting up here. I know I'm probably lagging a little bit, but our router needs to boot up. Yes, I know, Nicotina. I didn't have power until 2 minutes ago, so it's we're struggling here. I working off my phone's hotspot, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna jump out of the stream for a second. I just wanted to get on, and I'm gonna go plug in the studio, and I'll come back in. I just wanted to let you know what was going on, so that you guys don't think I'm just bailing on you, or not, just like, hey, come watch me lag for 2 hours. So I'm gonna pop out right now. I'm gonna go plug in, and I'll come back in, and we'll get this thing going. All right. Thank you guys. All right. So I'm hoping that's a little bit better. My router finally kicked back on. So it's probably going to take a minute to clear back up, or at least get to a point where I'm not lagging anymore. So we had our power, we lost our power for most of today, and it was pretty rough. You don't realize how much electricity means to you until it's gone. That's definitely a fact. So sorry about that. Just all my devices died, and I couldn't push the stream back any further. So I kind of had to start it. The power came on, and I had 2 minutes to spare. So I started it, and then I just wanted to check in and make sure everyone knew what was going on. Make sure that you knew that I wasn't just, I wasn't just going live and lagging. I just had to wait for my router to kick back on, and so I could connect to the Ethernet cord in the studio and do the stream. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for being patient with me. I know. Ty, what is going on? A special shout out to our patrons, Caden Reed, Nick DePalma, and Odd. We just changed our Patreon program over to Patreon. So you guys, the link is in the description. If you'd like to join that, you'll get exclusive access to streams. You'll get social media connections. You'll get discounted merch, private community Discord, and early access to podcasts. So the link for that is in the description, and it is now with Patreon. It's only $5, and it's one price, gets everything. There's no tiers. It's just the one tier. So I'm going to, leave that link. I'm going to start promoting that link rather than the Anchor link. And then we'll get to it. So I did play Zack Snyders Justice League, the second trailer, and probably the final full trailer for Zack Snyders Justice League. Arrived yesterday with a little bit of conflict. As always, it seems with the Snyder Cut, there's some sort of issue, some sort of someone trying to sabotage it. And yesterday it was no exception. So yesterday, what we had was basically, the full story is kind of weird. And I tried to find if anyone was writing about that, but I couldn't find anyone who could verify exactly what happened. From what I gather, it seems as if a Russian Instagram account tried to leak the trailer early, successfully did leak some of it early until it got pulled down and flagged. However, the damage was already done. From there, HBO Max was pretty much forced to drop their trailer so that the leaked one wouldn't make the rounds. We've seen it done several times before with other studios where a leak will happen and they're kind of forced to show their hand. That way the leak trailer isn't what people are actually seeing for the first time. And it's not common practice, but in the case that something like this does happen, it's pretty common that that's how they handle it. And what's good, Jack? What's good, Caden? What's good, Nicotina? Guys, very happy to have you. Sorry about that. Sorry about the beginning there today. I wanted to make sure I didn't have to retype in all the information for the stream today. Because if you're late and you don't start it in time, as Nicotina probably knows, you'll lose it. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. So we're not going to be breaking down the trailer today. We're just going to be more or less talking about it. We did a breakdown yesterday. There's a couple moments that I did want to talk about during Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. And a couple things that I wanted to go over pretty much, where it stands, how many viewers, retweets, all that good stuff. Also, someone got credited on it that I wasn't expecting to get credited. So that was interesting. So Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer leaks early from a Russian Instagram, forces HBO Max to debut the trailer hours early. Not a couple minutes, hours. But it didn't stop Zack Snyder's Justice League from breaking the internet yesterday. It was still trending on Twitter up until I think this morning, and it's still technically what's up? What is up, nerdy in many ways? As far as I could tell, it was still in the trending list up until like a couple minutes ago. I mean, it's still there. You can still find it. So the Joker after sequence, the Joker after title sequence, because it's not like a post credit sequence, I think really made the trailer for general audiences. I think that's what's going to get them hyped the most. And I do believe that's why Zack included that piece. I don't think he, like, if this was a regular film, like not regular, but you know what I mean? If this was a regular release, I don't think that they would have included that, simply because that was definitely like something that was, not fan service, but it was a cameo. It's something special to see in the film. However, in order to get general audiences aware, hyped, and ready, I do think that it was smart of Zack to put that in there. I did like how Joker looks. He wasn't in the gown like we had previously saw him in the pictures that Zack shared, but he was in like a SWAT, like a rundown SWAT outfit. And we had heard from Zack previously that this Joker is like collecting badges or collecting ID or something like that. So, it definitely fits into that. No tattoos on the Joker. And we got so many pieces of footage in that trailer that were just, oh my God, they were breathtaking, like so breathtaking, so beautiful. I really loved what we saw yesterday. Just the cinematography alone is enough for someone to watch it. If you're not like a diehard Justice League fan, just go watch it because it's going to be beautiful. It truly is going to be beautiful. I love the beginning scene where we get Superman's cries kind of echoing throughout. I thought that was really cool, really, really something different. And I don't know, man. I was honestly at a loss for words yesterday after watching that. And I'm still at kind of a loss for words. So we get shots of Darkseid, Desaad, Granny Goodness, Steppenwolf, and the League. Pretty much every point that needed to be hit was hit, right? We get some cool shots of the League, including Flash with the Speed Force. We get Cyborg's like nightmare. I don't know if you want to call it the nightmare timeline or if it's something separate altogether, but we did get a couple shots of Cyborg in what seems to be a vision that the Mother Box gives him, where his family's back together. He's kind of, siloing down some nuclear bombs that were up in the air. He's not Cyborg. He's just regular Vic Stone wearing his Gotham High School letter jacket. What is it? A Letterman jacket? Yeah, Letterman jacket. We get the shot of Darkseid, Granny Goodness, and Desaad looking inward at us. We get another cool scene of Steppenwolf bowing down to a hologram of Desaad. I think it's Desaad, at least. I'm almost certain it is. However, some people are speculating that it was Darkseid. I just don't think that fits. I don't think that. So the way it seems to be going is that they're going off of the whole source material thing, where Steppenwolf is trying to prove himself to Darkseid. He is trying to live up to, so he let him down previously, or didn't live up to his potential previously, and this is kind of him trying to redeem himself in Darkseid's eyes. It does look like that's the way that we're going to be going. So Darkseid's not wasting his time with Steppenwolf, right? All right, Desaad, you handle that. You're my number two. So Steppenwolf reports to you. You report to me. That kind of deal. Granny Goodness, not a character a lot of people know. General audiences, this is going to be a new character for you, and you're really gonna like her. She's interesting. I don't want to give anything away, but she's definitely an interesting character. I don't think we'll get too much of like a backstory. Maybe not a. We'll probably get a backstory on who they are, but I don't think that we're going to dive too deep into them. Potentially the New Gods film, would explore who they are, but I don't think that's going to connect to the DCEU or Zack's films, and I'm kind of okay with that. So Granny Goodness is a character who's very pivotal to Darkseid's army. She's like the military, the head of military, right? She like trains parademons. She works with the parademons. She's really hands on. Whereas Desaad is like Darkseid's number 2. So I'm really, really, really hyped about that. I'm glad that they're including everybody. And then in that same shot, we do see it's Darkseid, Granny Goodness, Desaad, and then behind them is what seems to be an army of parademons of all ranks, shapes, and sizes. And I'm super like it was awesome. It was really great. I'm really happy about that. So the Nightmare timeline we do get a glimpse of in the trailer. We get a glimpse at it in the beginning when when Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, is talking about how he's received a premonition or he had a vision. We get our first shot at the Nightmare timeline there. And then we kind of move through the trailer and we're getting more glimpses. At the end, we then get the best shot of the Nightmare timeline with the Joker in it. And it's him. So I don't know if Cyborg's actually there or he is kind of seeing what Bruce Wayne is telling him, almost like if he's looking in on the vision. But he is wearing a sweater. So I thought that was interesting. Well, I'm not sure exactly what the context is, but all we know for sure is that Batman and Joker are there, and there looks to be like they're working together on something. The something that we kind of understand it to be would be with them working to get the mother box. That way, Flash can so we can use the mother box to power the cosmic treadmill. So then we can go back and warn Bruce of the impending doom that is Darkseid, or at least warn him that there's a fight coming and he needs to be ready to assemble the League. And that's when we get the Flash entering in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. So it's all coming full circle. It's all starting to tie up. It's all starting to add together, and it's all starting to come together. That was the problem that Zack didn't get to fulfill his vision, or his full vision, is that we weren't seeing the full picture, or we weren't getting the whole arc, right? Some things were there were plot holes that would have never been tied up had we not got this movie greenlit. So, I mean, this movie alone is right. It's crucial that it's coming out. However, now the next crucial docket item would be to restore the Snyderverse so that we can finish Zack's vision. Because if we don't restore the Snyderverse and we don't restore his vision, then the DCEU will always be flawed. It will always have plot holes that were never tied up, right? And I just don't understand why, after seeing, I have some of the numbers here. So as of right now, the Snyder Cut, between Zack's Twitter and the Snyder Cut official Twitter, there's approximately 9.5 million views. That's just on 2 accounts, right? Who knows what it is across all platforms? But it almost has 10 million views in one day. In one day. That is unfucking real. That is unreal. It truly is unreal. And I'm this should just be a testament to, this should be Warner Brothers' way of waking up.
Like, this should be all the proof that they need that restoring the Snyderverse is a smart option, right? It's what we need to do. It's logical. They know the support's there. They know the profit margin's there. They know that people are going to tune in. They know that people are going to share the message. They barely have to advertise these things, and they're getting 10 million views, right? Zack Snyder's Justice League has not really been advertised to the general audiences, and it has 10 million views in one day. One day. I'm just on Zach's page. It also had 59.7 thousand retweets and 114.9 thousand likes and then 6.8 thousand comments. So, I mean, like I said, those numbers are staggering and they almost guarantee the success or the consistency of the actual film. Because if you say that you don't like what you saw from yesterday's trailer, you're either A, lying, or B, you're lying and you'd like to keep up the facade, right? His trailer was absolutely gorgeous. And I'm confident that, like most people like Justice, they just continue to say that they don't like Zack Snyder because they don't like him. It's not that they don't like the film. They probably secretly love the film, but they don't want to say it because now they would sound like an idiot, right? Oh, now when the Snyder Cut's coming out, now all of a sudden they like it, right? And that would be a bad look in itself. So they continue this facade. However, you know, I truly do believe that most of these people are like huge Snyder Cut fans that just don't want to say anything, right? They're just like, yeah, it's a little bit too late for me to come to the light side. So I don't know. I thought it was crazy. What did you guys think of yesterday's trailer? Did you like it? What was your favorite part? Who's your favorite character from the Justice League and why? And is there a character that you're looking forward to seeing the most? As a reminder, guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel on YouTube. We've been having a good time lately. I think the live streams are really helping out and building an audience. And I'm loving it so far. I'm liking doing this show daily. It really does. It's something for me to look forward to. It's a great time. I truly do love it. But make sure that you're subscribed to the channel on YouTube. It's youtube.com/channel. Well, it's C/Pop Culture Corner. If you're watching on Facebook right now, head over to Pop Culture Corner on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And trust me, you're not going to want to because we have a lot of good stuff in the works. And again, a special shout out to our patrons, Caden, Nick, and Odd. The new Patreon link is in the description. $5 a month gets you exclusive access to everything that we offer, including a private community on Patreon where we can share things with you early. It's pretty much a no-brainer, right? We're going to give you tons of exclusives, yearly gifts, discounted merch, and so much more. And then you can join our watch parties on Friday every single week. You'll also get social media connections as well. So, Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer debuts to absolute staggering numbers. What's up, DC Talk with Extended? Glad to have you here. What did you guys think of yesterday's trailer? How hyped are you for March 18th? And how many times have you watched the trailer already? I've already watched it. So I'd say I've probably watched Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer probably 60 times. I'm up there. I'm up there with the high 60s or the high 50s, early 60s. I've been watching it on loop. Whenever I can, it's on all my TVs. I make sure I'm doing my part. Sharing it with everybody on social media. Also, letting everyone know that you'll need to subscribe to HBO Max because you're not going to be able to get a free trial. They did. So someone brought it up to me yesterday that they did reinstate the free trial on HBO as soon as March comes around. I'd say probably the last day in February, they're going to take away that option. You will not be able to do a free trial in March at all. Especially with Zack Snyder's Justice League coming and Kong vs. Godzilla, you are not going to be able to get these movies for free. They know what they're doing. All right. All right. What's up, Tyler? Andrew Caselli says that was amazing. We made it, baby. March 18th, here we come. And I watched it 20 times. Those are rookie numbers, Andrew. Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those shits up. Pump those shits up. Rookie numbers. What movie's that from? There might be another trailer coming. Jack, I don't doubt that there's another. I do. I'm not. I doubt that there's another trailer coming. At least another full trailer. A TV spot's different. I do think that there is a high potential for a TV spot, but I don't think a new trailer is going to come with any new footage. It'll be composed of footage that we've already seen, restructured, and given to the public. That way they can get hyped up. 50 times for DC Talk with Extended. Jack Pierre's in the lead, though. Jack Pierre, 100 times, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Jack says that he thinks that there's another trailer coming, and Andrew says that he hears something coming March 1st. What do we got here? 50 times. Yep, I just did that. What's up, Nick? Yeah, so I'm super happy. I'm very glad that isn't it? It's kind of a relief to see that it's already at like 10 million views. I did see on Twitter a minute ago that like someone said that it had like 30 million across all platforms. First off, I don't know how you got that number, right? I don't know how you scoured the internet on everyone's Twitter and added that up. If it's truly at 30 million views right now, whoo, my God, that would be amazing. I don't know. It seems like a random number. 30 million is a lot of views. And I mean, if you did it out in averages, right? So just in the chat alone, including me, I've done 60. That's 110, 210, 230 between 5 people. That if that's like an average, whatever that is. So the average person watches it. Though the average fan, I should say, not average fan. I mean average person, but the average Zack Snyder fan watches it approximately, 15 to 20 times. That does make sense, I suppose. That does make sense. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but Christopher Nolan landed a credit on Zack Snyder's Justice League. Why? Well, it's actually pretty simple. It says work on Man of Steel. He hasn't really been involved with any of the story since then. But he still served, he's still listed as an executive producer on the DCEU side of things that Zack's involved with. You got to remember that Chris Nolan brought in, or at least recommended Zack to work for Warner Brothers. So it really is like it's simpler than that. He didn't actually work on the film like with Zack, but he is credited as helping with Man of Steel. And since, Superman's in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and the story's continuing from there, he's still getting credit as an executive producer. Someone asked me yesterday why Chris Nolan was listed as an executive producer, and if that meant that he worked on the film. No, that doesn't necessarily mean he worked on the film. It just means aspects of what he did with Zack on Man of Steel have carried into Zack Snyder's Justice League. So a story that he helped create is still, continuing, and he will still get credit, right? It's as if Zack shares his trailer, right? And then a year from now, I put out a video of like how the whole thing happened, right? How Zack Snyder's Justice League came to be. I use said trailer just because I use it in the future on a different project, right? Any footage from it, like it's still Zack's, right? He still has to get credited for that. So, I mean, that wasn't like the best analogy, but hopefully you understand. Hopefully the person that asked kind of understands a little bit better now. He didn't actually work on Zack Snyder's Justice League like hands-on, but he is given credit because he did help with Man of Steel. And he's kind of the whole reason that Zack's working in the DCEU. So I thought that, so give the guy credit where he's deserved, and don't where you don't. So some other stuff going around right now. So fans are petitioning for Disney and Lucasfilm to rehire Gina Carano. I got an email today. I swear to God, I got an email today from change.org to stand up for Gina Carano and sign a petition to get her rehired at Disney and Lucasfilm. First off, why is this a petition on change.org? I thought that was like political stuff. No, I don't know too much about it. However, I did. So last I heard, Gina is now working on some film with Ben Shapiro. Like, first off, I didn't know Ben Shapiro made films. Second off, Ben Shapiro sucks. I can't stand that guy. And Gina Carano, her social media presence is terrible, right? She's terrible. So they're going to make a match made in heaven. I bet that film's going to be real riveting. Real riveting. Ben Shapiro, man. Jesus Christ. I really didn't know he made movies. So I don't know what the movie is. I think it's something about being canceled. I didn't know Ben ever got canceled. But I just don't understand what's going on. But I did receive something in the mail in my email inbox today to sign the petition to get. I can't even say it with a straight face. To get Gina Carano back into The Mandalorian. No, I will not sign that petition. Don't send it to me again. If you know anything, you know that how I feel. I feel that you can't say things without having to answer for them. Like, if you say something, right? If you have a presence, and this relates to Jody's Corner, this relates to Andy Signor, this relates to Gina Carano, it even relates to Shuri. I saw some stuff on her Twitter a while back about vaccinations. If you say something and you have a platform, and you have that many followers, put it this way, if you're verified on Twitter and you are making claims like those people have, you are then responsible for the repercussions that happens after the fact. You should be held responsible solely for your actions. And I will never stop believing that. Never, ever, ever, ever will I stop believing in that. So Gina made her bed and it's time to lie in it. Whether or not she believed certain things is up to her. It's not illegal. It really isn't. It's not illegal to believe certain things. However, if you're in a place where you have that many followers on Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok, whatever it is, you are then held to a higher standard. That may be not the best thing. It may not be fair. It may not be the right thing to do as society, to hold someone to a higher standard because they have more people that like them. It may not be fair, but it's the reality of the situation. And you need to be held responsible. So no, I will not sign the petition. Gina made her bed and she's going to lie in it. And, Jody made his bed and he's going to lie in it. Literally, he's going to lie in it. Andy Signor made his bed. He laid in it. Shuri, I always forget her name. Like it's a hard name to pronounce, so forgive me. They made their beds and they have to lie in them, right? As Alfred once said, don't what is it? Oh shit, I already forgot the quote. I had it right in my head perfectly too. If you're like, you can't go out there and say homophobic things, right? You can't say Trump or pro-Trump things. Like not pro-Trump. You can be pro-Trump all you want, but just be ready for the backlash because that's coming shortly after. Like things like Gina Carano said, where she made fun of people's like religion and like heritages and stuff. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I'm not talking about what's that, Mark? I used to work with Mark. Mark's a great guy. Mark's a great guy. He kind of, you know what he looks like? He kind of looks like Scott McClellan. I love it. I just realized that. You kind of look, because when I saw your picture, I thought, oh, is Scott here? But no, Mark's a great guy. I worked with Mark at a travel company. We both moved on from there, and for obvious reasons, right? But Mark, everyone say hi to Mark. Mark's a great guy. But you can't say things about people's backgrounds. You can't say things about who people are, right? You can't say things about what I believe or who I am attracted to, or whether or not I'm Indian or white, or like, you can't say those things in 2020. Not because it's a politically correct world now, but because it's not right. It's not right. Like, it should never have been a thing. But we as a human race, we're always trying to belittle everyone or feel superior to someone else. And I feel like when these celebrities get into a position that they're in, like Gina Carano, like Trump, like Jody, right? They think that they're better than everyone else, so they have to belittle anyone else. Or anyone who doesn't believe what they believe, they need to belittle them, lie to them, slander them. And that's not right. So you need to be held accountable for what you do, for what you say, and how you act. And that's just the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so. Fucking, where's my beer? Just kidding, I don't drink. But yeah, so Caden says that you can't stuff down hate. What? You can't stuff hate down someone's throat. Exactly. She was fired for spreading hate, not canceled because she is a Trump supporter. All right, Caden, I think you're missing the point here. Or at least I think you're missing the point. I didn't say she was canceled because she's a Trump supporter. But I'm saying, if you are a Trump supporter, like, beware. People are going to start holding a magnifying glass to you, because the first chance they get, they are going to cancel you. And they did. It proved true. Not that she didn't deserve it. I think she got what she deserved. However, I never heard about Gina Carano before The Mandalorian. Once she got cast in The Mandalorian, all of a sudden, I heard, oh, Gina Carano, she supports Trump. So then everyone started holding a magnifying glass to her Twitter. 5 years ago, she would not have gotten canceled for what she said. Nope, people would have made fun of her and then just moved on. They wouldn't even have retweeted it. They would have just made fun of her in their heads. They would have been like, ha, look at that idiot. They would have moved on. However, her standing now in society after being cast in The Mandalorian, she's a kind of a shitty actress. She's terrible. She's terrible. She's terrible. I'm saying that after she blew up, right? She blew up when she joined The Mandalorian, the cast of The Mandalorian. Once that happened, people started noticing more that she believed Trump, or she believed she was pro-Trump, or maybe she wasn't pro-Trump, but pro views that he is associated with. So I don't know. And like, I know she was in the UFC or something, right? That's where she got her start. However, people in the UFC are, they're not as looked at like that, right? They're fighters, right? They're fighters. And they people don't, Joe Rogan said this, people don't criticize people that fight in UFC because they just naturally assume in their head that they're like permanently have a concussion or they're permanently like a little different than everybody else. And you know, without admitting that, I kind of believe it too, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of did think that. Like when Floyd Mayweather says something, I'm like, oh, that's just Floyd, right? He's a little tapped. Or, you know, when Conor McGregor does something so stupid, like throw a chair through someone's, like it was a big story. But I honestly, I wasn't mad at Conor. Like, yeah, he hurt somebody and he could have injured them, like seriously, more than what he did. But like, I didn't like hate Conor McGregor. I didn't cancel Conor McGregor, right? I'm like, oh, he's a UFC fighter. He's just naturally like a little bit more tapped than the normal person. What's up, Ambassadorial Wing? Caden Reed says that Kara is supposed to represent someone who's against someone like Trump. And that's what I think, that people don't separate the artist and the art. And we do need to do a better job in society of doing that. Like just because Gina likes Trump doesn't mean that we should cancel her. And we didn't, right? But people wanted to. It wasn't until she did, you know, took it one step further, and that's when she got canceled. But we do need to separate art and the artist and the art. You know, in most cases, like in cases that call for it, in cases that don't call for it, maybe are things like Joss Whedon, right? Joss Whedon is a terrible person. And I do believe, like, I know I sound hypocritically here, or like I'm contradicting myself. Maybe I am, but I'm human too. Right? So I'm flawed. I know I'm flawed. For Joss Whedon, I will boycott every single thing that he's ever made. Right? Because I just think he's an absolute terrible person. Terrible. Right? And I'll never watch anything that his name is attached to ever again. And I know that means not watching the Avengers. I'm okay with that. Wait, they're making a God of War TV show? They're making a God of War TV show. By the way, Jack, I like your new profile picture. Let's see what Kane says. And then you see her Twitter, which is completely opposite from what she's supposed to represent. I agree. DC Talk says height of ambassadorial wing. And then we got Mark. I agree. People should be allowed to have their own opinions. Correct. It's when they use their opinions and they turn that into something else, right? When you have your own opinions, that's one thing. But when you turn your opinion into a weapon and belittle other people, then someone needs to take action. Andrew Caselli, did you notice Ben's face looks a lot slimmer in the additional photography for Zack Snyders Justice League compared to the way he looked like in BVS in Nightmare Future? Yes, he definitely does look slimmer. He looks, I wouldn't say it's like a bad thing either. Some people are like, oh, he looks slimmer. And I'm like, well, are you saying that is a bad thing? Because I don't know if y'all remember, but the problem with what the reshoots did with Joss Whedon's, and yes, Buffy did, but Buffy was Joss Whedon's, and Angel. Angel and Buffy are Joss Whedon. So, sorry, no more Buffy. But what was I saying again? I forget now. Oh, yeah. So I think he looks leaner. I think Ben Affleck looks more muscular. I think he looks better. He looks better, right? He was struggling with alcohol addiction, and he was struggling with the divorce, depression, and he was gaining weight. And I don't think he looked good. Looked better than me still, but now he looks good. Like he looks good, right? Coming from a straight guy, like Ben looks good, man. Ben looks really good. What's up here? Okay. Then we got Anthony Strader. Anthony, how you doing? What's good, TY? You think Joss Whedon did anything on the Avengers set? I do. Okay. So me and producer Jack, our producer, and myself, we see a little bit different on this. I think that something did happen on the Avengers set, and Disney did a better job at covering it up. Not saying that they covered it up, but I'm saying they, you know, right? Mickey Mouse is always watching and listening, and we don't want to say anything that will get us, kicked, canceled permanently, like life canceled. But yeah, I think something happened on the Avengers set potentially, and it didn't get out to the public. Producer Jack has a good point though, that Avengers was his big break, like his big film break. So he might have been on a little bit of a better behavior. We do know that on the Avengers Age of Ultron set, things were definitely way more tense, all over the place. And, just they weren't like it was on the first Avengers. So I think the second movie in the Avengers franchise really started, like, that's where he started to like be like, oh, they need me. Well, Joss, no, he didn't, because he didn't make it past the second Avengers. And I think that there's a reason why he didn't make it past the second Avengers film. DC, just watching the snow pile up with a smile on my face. Oh yeah, that Texas got hit pretty hard today or last night. Yep. Anthony Schrader. Oh yeah. Oh, DC Talk is in Texas as well. Totally. Alrighty. What else I got here? What? Oh, I don't want to put user in timeout. No. What are you doing? What else? Separate art from artist. What a novel idea. Oh, and Mark says yes. So slim equals sick, but that is not the case every time. Like, people naturally assume like, oh, he's skinny, he must be smoking crack. No, that's not always the case. However, on Mass Ave in Boston, that's typically the case. Did I notice that Jared Leto Joker voice is deeper and different to where he had it in Suicide Squad Nightmare? 100%. I think Joker's voice in, oh, he lives in Colorado. Why did I think Texas? So Jared Leto's voice is 100% different than it was in the theatrical cut of Suicide Squad. In Suicide Squad, he was a little bit more, so I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Oh my God. I love it. Yeah. All right. You got that. You win. You win, man. You win. I cried a little bit, honestly. Let me see. Okay. The only thing Ben Affleck doesn't look good in is The Dark. Agreed. I agree. What's up, DC? RDJ didn't like Joss. ScarJo and Lizzie felt awkward on set for sure. If I was a beautiful woman on stage, on set with Joss Whedon, with the claims that are already out at that time, because we can't forget that the Charisma Carpenter thing, this isn't new, right? We've known about this for some time. So if I was Scarlett Johansson, if I was Elizabeth Olsen, I would have felt the same exact way. Speaking of RDJ, I got something for you guys. He recently took to Twitter and wished Josh Brolin happy birthday with a behind the scenes photo that I thought we could share. Here it is. Here. Happy birthday, Joshua. Sorry there was no country for old Thanos. All my love. And clearly we're seeing here is a picture from Infinity War in the climactic battle of Infinity War, where Josh Brolin, who played Thanos, is in his motion capture suit, and Tony Stark is about to. Well, I think it looks like he just got. So this is the part where he gets stabbed. I would believe stabbed through his abdomen or chest area. So at least that is he wearing hockey gloves? Are those hockey gloves? Or are those like they kind of look like hockey gloves? If maybe they're hockey gloves but repurposed, huh? That's interesting. They definitely look like hockey gloves though. Like they even look like Bauer, right? They kind of look like Bauer gloves that like you would see in a hockey game. The only good Joss did was Cabin in the Woods. I know I'm truly fucking pissed that I can't watch that movie ever again. What if Nightmare Joker says hunka hunka? Then I'll if Nightmare Joker says hunka hunka, Zach will have a whole backstory on why that's appropriate. So I'm okay with it. Kevin O'Dog here. I love this guy's name. At Extended, what up, man? Let's see here. Let's get some more pictures up. Woo! Love this. I love this flag picture. It truly is beautiful. So DC. What do you guys? I do. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna talk a little WandaVision. Not right now though. I want to ask a couple more things, but I want to read some of these comments here. Funny thing, I checked out the other corners. All right, hey. We don't talk about we don't say the other corner, right? We're the only corner here, because Jody's corner doesn't exist. It's in the Matrix and it's not real. Funny thing, I checked the other corner's reaction to Zack Snyders Justice League trailer, and geez, what a bitter, sad, angry man. Just so pathetic. Oh, that's why everyone agreed. Yes, Ambassador, he is pathetic. DC talk with Extended. Caden Reed back at it, saying on set they are called Maki Cap gloves. Oh, I didn't know that. As I learned something new today, boys. What is it? Oh, wait. What? Dude, Bryan Singer is like a serial statutory rapist. Totally revolting. Interesting. I even check out Jody's corner reaction to Zack Snyders Justice League trailer. Okay. You guys want to watch his reaction or something? Is that what we're getting at? Do we want to watch Jody's reaction to Zack Snyders Justice League? Is that what you guys are asking me to do right now? Because, yeah, Jody's corner complained that's not my dark side and complained saying, is that armor? I don't understand. What was he questioning? What was the big boy questioning? By the way, guys, just a reminder that on March 18th, we'll be holding a all day long. I know I probably just blew your eardrums a little bit. I'm sorry about that. We'll be holding an all day long interview, speculation, review, you name it. We'll be doing it, and we're going to be doing it all for Zack Snyders Justice League. All day coverage begins at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be going all the way till the end of the night. And we'll be talking for hours upon hours. We'll take a break in between for 4 hours to watch the film. And I would really appreciate it if everyone here right now was a part of it on that day, because we truly can't wait. March 18th is going to be such a fun day. We won't be doing a watch party, simply to give Zack Snyder Justice League room to breathe, room for everyone to contribute a view to it, if not 3 views to it. But we'll do that. We'll probably do a watch party like a week or 2 later, just to catch up. Also, on March 31st, join the Pop Culture Corner for our live podcast from Showcase Cinemas in Massachusetts, right? We're going to be doing a live show in the theater, sponsored by the theater. We have a new partnership with Showcase Cinemas where when a new movie comes out, a big movie, we go do a live show the day it comes out, or opening day, and we do a live podcast right from inside the theater. So join us on March 31st when we hold our live show for Godzilla vs. Kong. It's going to be truly one of a kind, bigger, badder, louder, and we're super excited for that. We'll be talking everything from speculation, what we think is going to happen in the film, what we're looking forward to the most. We'll bring a couple of viewers on to tell us how they feel. But the live show will be starting at noontime on March 31st. So make sure you're here for that as well. It's going to be a really good time. Also, Chris Wong Swenson from Ping Pong Flicks joins us Wednesday for Quick Dip, and then Lightcast Podcast will be here on Saturday for a live show, a live podcast. Super excited about that. Again, make sure you're here for it. These aren't things that you're going to want to miss, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to have so much fun doing it. I really can't wait for us to do it. Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
But it was weird.
Shut up, Grace. Shut up, Grace. I don't want to hear your voice again. Ever again. All right, how do I get this picture down? Okay, here we go. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I had to fix something. On to WandaVision. All right, how hyped are you guys for this episode 7? The only thing that I see as an issue is that we haven't got a villain in the show yet, aside from Wanda. By the way, spoilers, we will be talking about plot points from the series WandaVision. If you haven't watched episodes 1 through 6 for WandaVision, maybe, hit mute. I don't know, or go away for a minute, but we're going to be talking WandaVision for the remainder of the show. Guys, I'm really, so episodes 7 to 9, 7, 8, 9 will be 1 hour long episodes, but we're running out of time to introduce a villain. We are running out of time to introduce Mephisto, if it's truly the villain, but there are rumors swirling right now that the inclusion of Reed Richards might be happening. Monica Rambeau, she does mention an engineer. I forget which type of engineer, but she mentions an engineer, and fans of the show are speculating that it could potentially be Reed Richards, and we could be getting an introduction to the Fantastic Four. What do you guys think? Do you think that's true? False? Maybe so. Whatever. What are you guys' thoughts? All right. The preview is pretty feckin' epic, dude. What do we got here? They complained Darkseid is not comic accurate and said Darkseid here is small. He should be bigger like he is in the comics to be accurate. How do they judging his size? Because we got a shot of him walking down an aisle with 2 other beings that we don't know what size they are. So Jody, again, your whole argument is flawed and ridiculous. Let me see here. The general in WandaVision, kind of a dick, I know. DC Talk with Extended says he's really enjoying WandaVision. Anthony Strader also says he's enjoying WandaVision. And then Ambassadorial Wing. What if Wanda is the villain? This is something that I've anticipated. Or at least if it happens that way, I guess. If it happens that way, I'll be kind of bummed. But then again, the House of M storyline, she was the villain, right? In the House of M, she was the villain. Like, you know what I mean? It would make sense. It would, okay. It would be a missed opportunity, but it would make sense if they didn't include a villain and Wanda was the actual antagonist of the story. However, with the inclusion of Wanda's twins, it seemed like they were setting up Mephisto. You got a lot of fans hyped up for Mephisto, and I do think that, you know, it's going to be a letdown if Mephisto isn't included, and we're running out of time right now for them to bring him in. We have 3 hours left in total. In total, we have 3 hours left. It's going to be hard to bring in a villain, also have that villain be compelling, and give that villain a story arc in such a short period of time. And I'm getting a little worried that, you know, that they're either going to introduce Mephisto a little too late, or they're not going to introduce him at all. And I don't know. I guess like Marvel, like we can't. Marvel does things right, and we just have to, like, they're like, in the way I describe it is, DC's like my infant child, right? So he needs to be watched at all times. He needs to be guarded. We need to brush his teeth, brush his hair, give him baths. We need to kind of baby him through life still. Marvel is like our teenager in high school who's about to graduate, right? Or already is graduated, is off to college, right? Where we have to have faith in him. We have to let him go, him or her. We have to let them go, be their own person. We can't micromanage what they do. We just have to trust them. So whatever Marvel does, I'll trust that they're doing the right thing. However, it just seems weird that by episode 7, we still haven't seen anything. And I'm not saying the characters of WandaVision have to have seen the villain, but us as the audience, maybe a quick, hey, this is the villain. By the way, this is a story, and this is why he's included in this fight or this storyline. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Kind of like at the end of Avengers when we see Thanos at the end, and he's putting this babe. No, he's not. He's not in the beginning, not in the first one. But he kind of does this number. Hold on, let me turn this way. When he kind of does this. Right? And he smiles. And he smiles at us. So even if Mephisto did that in episode 1, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with that. However, if they can still salvage this, give me Mephisto in episode 7. Give me a good, if we're getting an hour-long episode, give me a 15-minute opening scene explaining why Mephisto's here, what got him in here. Oh, aerospace engineer, that's what it was. Give me a backstory on who Mephisto is, why he's here, and why he is important, or why he is in this story, right? And then flash back to Wanda and Vision and the gang, and continue the story, right? Then episode 8, really bring it home and drive it home. So I don't know. I could be crazy, I guess. Oh wait, I have to stop. No, sorry. Jesus, I didn't know there was already these many. Okay, here's where we start. If Reed Richards shows up, I'll scream in geek gear joy. Agreed. I really hope we see Reed Richards in WandaVision. I still think Mephisto is the villain. Maybe Evan Peters is Mephisto. Maybe. That could be true. The first 3 episodes are really frustrating. It totally launches after the 3rd episode. I couldn't agree more. The first 2 episodes really turned me off, actually. They really did turn me off. And, you know, there's no denying that the first 2 episodes were boring, right? They intrigued me a little bit. Like I was like, oh, what is going on? Why is there a sitcom happening in the MCU? Right? And then we got it explained, and then like things really jumped into action. So I agree with you totally, Mark. Really do. It's going to be Sabretooth and Toad. Wow, imagine. Straighter, that is a possibility, but here's an idea. What if she goes bad, but in Doctor Strange 2, she is brought back? It could happen. I agree again. I do. I think the guest aerospace engineer is either Ben Grimm, which is which is either Ben Grimm or Blue Marvel. The villain might be Nightmare, Tyler Hayward, and Agnes. Tyler Hayward, the head of SWORD, that guy, I know he shares the same name as me, but he is a total dickhead. And then what if Mephisto is in episode 7? I would love that. First 3 episodes had 0 context. So the 3rd episode was the one where they introduced SWORD. Am I correct? Because I actually liked that episode. I did. But it still didn't have content. Wait. Which one was episode 3 the one where they introduced SWORD? Am I confusing that? Or is that episode 4? Huh. Someone in the comments let us know, because now I'm confused. I can't remember what episode 3 was. Huh. Oh, no. Oh, episode 3 was when Wanda kicks Homegirl out. Yes. Okay, yes. So episode 3 still didn't have context. Yes, I agree completely. Because episode 3 was mostly just a sitcom still. And then at the end, right, that's when Monica says Age of Ultron. And that's why everyone loved that episode. However, the first 27 minutes of that episode was still just as boring as the first 2 episodes. But just because Monica says Age of Ultron or Ultron and Pietro is said by Wanda, everyone was like, oh, this is a fire episode. Not really, though. Not really. The last 3 minutes were good. The first 27 were, So I don't know. Bear with, episode 4 is where it really, and honestly, guys, a good show shouldn't get good 4 episodes in. And I do think WandaVision is getting way more credit than it deserves, but it is a great show. It's good, I should say. It's a good show. I don't think it's the end all be all for what the MCU TV shows should be. I'm definitely more interested in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm definitely more interested in Loki. And that's just me. I don't know how you feel, but that's just me. Guys, I need to go get a water, which my fridge is right in the studio. So I just want to give a quick shout out to our patrons once again. Thank you guys so much for being part of the channel. If you'd like to become a member, the link is in the description. Become a part of our private community and be able to chat directly with us and all that good stuff. All that good stuff. So basically, I'm going to make you watch this video for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
There was a time above, a time before. There were perfect things, diamond absolutes. Things fall, things on earth. And what falls is fallen.
Release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut.
All right. Thank you guys for that. I really do appreciate that. Sorry, I just had to get a drink. My mouth was getting really getting really dry there. But yeah. So back to it. Alrighty. Let's go through some of these comments here. Episode 4 was Sword. Yep. Thank you. For some reason I was like, wait, which episode is which? Reed Richards is going to be played by John Krasinski. That is not true. Andrew, that's not true. That is a fan casting. And it's not confirmed. So, as awesome as that would be, don't get me wrong. Why is my camera always so blurry? As awesome as that would be, it is definitely not confirmed that John Krasinski is playing the Reed Richards. That is a fan casting that has really, really heated up. However, it's not confirmed. They're just talking about that. Ty, this is a slow burn story. It's an old concept, but a sound one if done right. Yeah, I know, but I get the whole slow burn kind of deal. And listen, I'm a fan of dialogue, right? I love Tarantino. I love Nolan, right? I love a good slow burn. Don't get me wrong. However, with 30-minute episodes, right? Even less than that sometimes with WandaVision and the other Disney Plus shows, there's not enough time. Like, you're not getting enough of it. Like, don't tell me that those first 2 episodes couldn't have been 1 episode. Like one, and I get that they released them at the same time, so technically they were 1 episode, but no, it was if you go back and rewatch it, right? If you go back and watch the, if you go to Disney Plus right now and watch the series from the beginning, they're separate episodes, right? And I don't think that those 2 episodes should be considered 2 different episodes, right? That's 1 episode. I don't consider a 30-minute episode. That's if it's a cartoon, that's one thing. But hour-long episodes are they're so built into my head that when I get anything short of that, it aggravates the piss out of me. And I don't know. Disney Plus is great, but the one thing that really holds me back from loving it is that we get 22-minute episodes of certain things. And it really aggravates me because, the budgets for these shows are through the roof, right? Absolutely huge budgets. And then we get 25-minute episodes. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining because I'm a bitch, but you know what why does John have to play Reed? Why can't someone else? Okay, so Jack and Andrew. Of course, John Krasinski would be a good Reed Richards, but it's not confirmed. That was a fan casting that got taken to another level, right? That's for instance, that's like people fan casting Wolverine, just because we've seen other Tom Hardy being fan casted as Wolverine doesn't mean that the studio is actually looking to do that. John Krasinski is perfect casting. He is perfect, but he's not confirmed. And I don't think Disney will cast John Krasinski. I don't. John K is a beast. Mark, you changed your picture. What the hell? Can't do that. I'm enjoying some WandaVision episodes. HBO Max is awesome. See, HBO Max. Guess what we get on HBO Max, baby? 1-hour episodes, and I love it. I love it. We get the normal, cartoons are 30 minutes long. Why am I Disney Plus series episodes 30 minutes? It aggravates me. But guys, thank you. Yes, the last 3 episodes are supposedly true MCU action. As Caden says here. Guys, we do have our Monday meeting. The Pop Culture Corner has a meeting every Monday at 7:15 p.m. So sadly, that is all the time I have for you today. I just want to thank our Patreons one last time. We are now over at Patreon. So if you guys do want to become a member of that program, it's just $5 and you get access to everything that I was talking about. Live streams exclusive to you guys, private Discord, early access to podcasts, free one free gift on us each year from the merchandise store. You get discounted merch when you do buy it yourself, early podcasts, and much, much more. Special shout out to Caden Reed, Nick DePalma, and Odd for being a part of that group. We truly do appreciate you. You guys, when we launched that program, you guys were the first three to do it. And it's only going up from there. We had two other people that didn't want me to say their name every time. However, they haven't switched over to the Patreon yet. I did send everyone the link. If you were in the original Patreon, we're asking you to switch over. What's the next watch party? The next watch party is Godzilla King of the Monsters. If you would like to watch Godzilla the King of the Monsters with us, we'll be doing that this Friday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come watch Godzilla with us as we wrap up our Monsterverse catch-up. Right? We were catching up on all the Monsterverse movies. So at 8 o'clock p.m., 7 o'clock Central, we'll be watching Godzilla, King of the Monsters, live on Twitch and Periscope. We can't watch on YouTube due to the nature of YouTube's, copyright policy. However, we can watch on Twitch and Periscope. So that's where we do it. Guys. I do understand your complaint. It's valid. I've had similar issues myself. We are all wired different. Some will respond to slow burns. Others won't. Mark Curly Liscombe says, this is awesome. I hope you are proud of yourself for pulling all of this off. I am. This is the best thing I still, when I'm working, right now I'm furloughed, but when I'm working, I was, still doing this, when we first started it. So I was working 50 hours there. And I probably put 100 hours into this show in all of its kind, right? Like the website, which we're working on right now and we're about to release, the Patreon that we just released, the podcast, the YouTube, right? All of it. I probably put a minimum of 100 hours per weekend. And I do it for you. Like I do it for you guys and I do it for myself too, but mostly for you because I love all of you. I really do. I love each and every one of you. DC Talk with Extended says he loves King of Monsters. Mark says good night. Mark, good night. Peace, brother. Go eat a box of cookies, will ya, you skinny bitch? Yeah, I know, right? So it's weird because I look skinnier on camera, and I always thought the saying was that you look fatter on camera, but no, I look fatter in real life. On camera, for some reason, I think it's the way I stand or something, but I'm definitely I've gained 15 pounds since the pandemic started, just by just cookie weight. I was never even when we worked together, Mark, I rarely ate anything except pasta and grilled chicken. Right, I was on a strict diet of carbs and protein only. Now I'm eating sweets, drinking soda all day, even though I drank soda back then all day too. That was my one crutch, that and smoking. Now I'm eating donuts every morning, 3 donuts a morning, cereal 4 times a day, peanut butter toast. I just eat so much, but my metabolism is so fast that I just recycle it so quick. So I know you're jealous. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is, baby. Groovy sounds excellent. That's how you can tell that Ambassadorial Wing is a child of the 80s just by the way he talks. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to TY's TV Corner, the Daily Show. which will soon be rebranded as TY's Corner. I'm just waiting for all the Jody's Corner shit to blow over before I make that switch. We didn't base our name off of his name. I didn't even know about Jody's Corner until after we already made the channel. So I'm sorry for the similarity. Caden sent me a picture that he was looking for us on Twitter today, and Jody's Corner showed up. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Fuck you, Jody. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash that subscribe button on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure to like and follow the show, and then head over to YouTube and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads, and engage with us. We are so close. We're 1,000 watch hours away, which actually, isn't bad. So we've met all the requirements for monetization, except we're 1,000 hours away from it. And in the last 2 weeks, our watch time in hours has gone up rapidly. So the live streams are really helping out. So I do want to say thank you to everyone who's always a part of them. You guys are truly the best. Monetization isn't something that I truly care about, but it is something, because I want to be able to have like a membership that is with YouTube so that we can do super chats and stuff like that. I don't care about, I really don't like ads. So that's why we have the Patreon as well. So you can get ad-free content and shit like that. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, as I said before. And then check out our links that are in the description. Listen to the podcast on Spotify or any podcast platform. Any one of them. So listen to the show on the go. Take it on the go. Or listen to us while you're cleaning the house, or not, or supposed to be cleaning the house, but you're not cleaning the house, and you're actually just sitting down and staring at your fucking your phone or computer, looking at Sarah's butt cheeks on Instagram. Whatever you're doing, listen to us on the go. Take us on the go with you. So head over to any of the podcast platforms. If you do go to Apple, make sure you leave the show a review. That's all I ask. Baby. That's all I ask. And guess what? I'll see you tomorrow, because I love you. We do it for you, and we do it for the culture. Thank you guys so much. There's always like this awkward second before I can find the outro video. Isn't that really awkward? Yeah, I know.
We do it for you. We do it for the culture.
There it is. Beautiful.